what do you see as the core skills needed to deliver on client accounting services? If you can point to any or a handful.
Well, I think we've talked about some of those skills in things like project management, marketing, sales. But I'm going to tell you there's three things that add value in any situation, be it in the accounting profession, law, clergy, whatever it is. And those things we just talked about, number one is leadership, because that provides direction. Number two is our relationships, because relationships provide confidence. And that's one thing that this program does, is provide you access to other peers who are leaders in the profession and can help you along the way. And then the last is creativity. You have to be innovative. You have to be willing to go explore, because there's going to be new technology next year, the following year, and you're not going to use the same processes when you have that technology. In fact, we're going to automate more and more of every business over the next 3 years. So I think leadership, creativity, and relationships are the key to this, because you're going to add value, not just information.
Absolutely, and I'll certainly piggyback off of the relationship piece, because many of you go to conferences, and I see you out there, and most of us are really hesitant when it comes to networking. And the reason we're hesitant to networking is because we have this short, awkward conversation and then exchange business cards, and it's a one-time thing, where relationship building is going deep, and client advisory services is actually going to allow you to get much closer to your clients. You're going to be able to ask them about their goals, their dreams, their aspirations, and how that fits in with why they do what they do. And the more you understand about their why, the better you're going to be positioned to provide that level of client accounting services, and you're going to establish that natural trust that is absolutely critical to have you get that referral business rolling through, the ability to provide advisory services that they'll be thrilled with. So at the end of the day, that skill set around really being a good communicator and making sure that you fully understand the client, and then you also help them understand what it is that they need to focus on to get there. So the other piece of being able to provide this level of communications is with the verticals that you choose. That expert level that you're going to develop over time, you're going to be able to articulate that and weave that into your story, and also into your engagement and your reporting that you give back to the client to help them take it to the next level. So that ability to develop those soft skills and leadership and things along that line are really critical, and I'm glad you asked the question.
Are these skills something you can groom, or how do you find it in the market?
I say yes. They're things that, and we use the term upskilling. If you find smart people with the right mindset, the answer is yes. If you find people with a fixed mindset, that they have learned as much as they want to learn in life to this point, and they're not lifetime learners, I would say you're wasting your time and their energy to try to convince them. So we're finding a lot of young people coming into the workforce. This excites them because they see the growth opportunity here, and they see it's not working crazy hours. It's using technology and good processes in your mind rather than slugging it out at night, shuffling papers. And they want to work in a digital world. They don't want to work in a paper world with paper processes. So I think there are people out there, and we just have to tell the right story.
Absolutely. And the one thing I would add to that is, I've talked to an accountant, a managing partner that actually brings in his younger staff to be part of the conversation when they're providing advisory services, and they're asked to be the note taker. And what they do is they're given some time to compile their notes and put it together to present back to the managing partner. And so it's a great way also to build your future leaders, your future rainmakers, your future partners, and really have a succession plan in place through the result of you having them participate in providing the advisory service and be part of that conversation so they can learn through the experience. So I thought I'd share that because that was such a neat approach, and I think that one that many people on this call could benefit from.
It demonstrates that learning training is a two-way street. That 20-something-year-old, I can learn from them and they can learn from me. And that's what really keeps you in the game when you have thought leaders at all ages. And Jack Welch was the first one, I think, and a guy that led his training, and Noel Tichy. And they talked about how you had to have a teachable point of view, and you also had to be willing to learn from others if you were going to survive for the future. So it's about mindset and attitude as much as anything.